Well, we're here at Rookery Fisheries and we have a quest we've set ourselves, my brother and I, to catch a 20-pound carp. I hopefully am going to catch the 20-pound carp, and my brother Adrian, he's going to do the videoing and filming and take a few photographs hopefully. So this is the first of our sessions. I've fished on this lake. This is Rook Lake, one of 5 lakes on this complex, and I've fished here before and I've yet to get a double figure fish, so before we get to the 20 I think the double is our first goal, and that's what we're setting out to do today. So what I've decided to do is to put a couple of rods out, but quite close into the margins. The time is about 20 past 10 and I've been fishing the margins now for an hour, and what I might do after this little bit of talking is to change one of the rods up and move a little further out. Anyway, so we're going to be fishing the method, and I'll show you the method feeder I'm going to be using, but for this I've tied up some short rigs using 15-pound soft braid. I figured the sort of flexibility would help. And in these waters size 10 is the largest hook you're allowed, so I've got a size 10 mugger on here. I think it's a Gardner tackle hook, and I've got a long hair on it to take a large pellet. Boilies as hook baits are allowed here, but not, you can't lose feed boilies, so I think I'm going to stick to pellets. So this is 4 inches long, it's a simple rig, and I've got it attached to a loop here, and with it I'm going to use the largest of the ESP feeders. This is the 100-gram one, or 3.5 ounce, so it's a fair old weight, and it comes with a little grip here, and that'll just attach to the line goes through here, and that'll attach to the rig. So that's the end tackle. The line itself is 15-pound breaking strain, and I'm using 2 3/4 pound rods. So that's the tackle and the line. The pellets are everything, in fact, for this trip at the moment is Robin Red, and I have in my bait bucket, these are 12mm. I also have some 14mm and some 8mm, so a little bit of variety on that. And this morning I bought some Robin Red ground bait, which is in my other bucket. But in here I've got some loose feed, I've got some halibut pellets and some fishery pellets, and some of the 14 loose, few of the 14 loose millimeter, a few of the loose 14mm pellets, and a couple of the smaller ones, and some of the 8mm. So a little bit of loose feeding, but I don't plan to do too much. I've put some in the margins, but it doesn't seem to have had any effect. So I think the plan is to keep one rod in the margin, and I'm going to re-tackle the other rod and put it a bit further out. As far as I am aware, this lake is not too deep. It was originally the reservoir lake for the farm, and I think out in the middle it's about 12 feet, but there's an even slope all the way up, from 12 feet up to about, just off the peg here, it's about 4 or 5 feet I think. So there's a gentle slope and then a flat bottom, and that's pretty much so all the way around. I have on previous occasions had a bit of a lead around for weed and things, and it's sort of kind of patchy. I haven't done any today, but I'm just sort of winging it today. I know I shouldn't, but we'll just see what happens today. No mistake in the bite, huh?
No.
Is it a double? That's what we want to know. First of all.
Bend on the
I
rock.
told you that looked good just there. I said I got more faith in that. Is it a double? It's a carrot though. No doubt about it. Oh, yes, that's nice. Who's the king? Oh, no, don't get cocky. No, that's Carp. Oh my God. Oh, I don't want that one in the second mug. Oh, no. We want to eat the range with you. This is a good one. Oh, okay. That looks like a good one. That could be a result. Oh no, that is a fish. Hold in. Oh, that's stuck in that. I've only got that. No, I haven't. I've got 15 pounds all the way through. And I think I can bully it a bit, but it's got that good hook on it that won't pull out, which I tied yesterday. I like it when a plan comes together. It looks good on the video that something's actually happened the way we planned it. I think it's lovely. Swinging off, that's the shot point, and it's just slowly pulling line off the pool again. Oh, stop doing it. Oh, good. Oh, is it a clunker?
It's a clunker, man. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Aye. That's a double, I'm convinced.
Oh, definitely.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, we need to do it again. No, I'm joking.
Well, I'm very pleased with that. That was amazing. Just as we were about to do another piece to camera, and just as we were about to think of changing again some of our end tackle, because we've been fishing now for 2 hours, and the right hand rod I did go ahead and change. I've got a longer leader on it, and I've gone a little further out, not out towards the middle, but hopefully on that slope somewhere. But nothing. But the original rig on my left hand rod, there's some overhanging weed, and I cast a little far out so as not to get in the weed. But for that fish I decided to pack some more method round the feeder, and I wanted it tighter to the reed, so I swung it just over those over the weeds that are just in the water there, the reeds, and then managed to pull the line round so that it was under it. So this time it was tight onto the reed, and that carp came within 5 minutes of the bait being out there, which is brilliant and great for our quest for our 20. So we're off to a flying start, I think. Well, I think after that the swim close in has been a little disturbed, to say the least, so it'll probably be a while before we can fish that again, although I am going to drop the rig back out there and just keep putting 1 or 2 pellets in around it. Now that fish weighed just under 13 pounds, so we're very pleased with that, and as I said, it's been a great start to our quest for a 20. We might even get one out of here, who knows. Anyway, brilliant.